We're talking to Ryan Ziegler here about the MC jobs he'll be doing today at the No Kings Rally. Tell us what you're going to do, Ryan. What's happening here?
We're hoping to get, some people energized today. That's the goal. We're hoping to, keep people energized, on their feet, ready to go. I think the main goal that I'm here for is just to get people ready for the march that's going to happen at 2. And up until, after that, we're mostly going to be a more relaxed area over here for people unable or uninterested in marching. So I'll just introduce some people singing, some performers and stuff. But before that, it's all getting the energy up right before we all march through town.
So what's the point of No Kings?
What's the point of No Kings? I think it's everyone has their own reason for being here today. Everyone had maybe their own breaking point, or maybe the thing that really stuck out to them. But it's all of us coming together and saying, this is not okay. This is all of us together saying what we see around us is not what we want the future to look like. It's not what we want today to look like. And so we need to be heard, and so we're here to be heard. Yeah. So
do you do other MC work?
Do I do other MC work? I've done a little bit of for video game tournaments, actually. I host some video game tournaments. I've done that across a couple of states, but this is my first political rally, so that's a different thing.
So if we wanted to see more information about you, do you have a website or Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel, youtube.com/FateZiggy. It's mostly video game related things, but you can find me on there. I'm very out there, and I put face to camera a lot, so yeah.
Well, thank you, Ryan, for your time.
Of course, thank you for having me. Hello, Bellingham! We gotta see what kind of crowd we got out here today. Okay, so we're gonna practice. We need a call and response, okay? When I say, show me what democracy looks like, you're gonna say, this is what democracy looks like. All right, let's practice. Show me what democracy looks like. Little bit louder. Show me what democracy looks like. Wow, what a turnout today. We have so many people. I kind of want to find out where people are from. Where are we coming from? If you are a federal worker, make some noise. Yeah? Any fellow teachers out there? Yeah. All right, and even if you're just an ally or a supporter of a movement, that's great too. LGBTQ? Lesbian, gay, bi, trans? And lesbian, gay, bi, trans, let's make some noise! Come on! Who here cares about our environment? Anyone here for climate change? All right, we're gonna get started here in just a moment. This is the No Kings 3 rally put on in coalition with Bellingham Indivisible and Bellingham Troublemakers. And as I look out here today, I'm really excited because I see people young and old. And everyone here might be here for a couple of different reasons. I'm looking at some signs. I see some different reasons to be here today. But we're all here because we look around and we agree on one thing. This is not okay. This is not what democracy looks like. Bellingham, show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. One more time, show me what democracy looks like. Thank you. We have a march coming up, and we want people to be safe. So, I'm going to call Robin up to the stage to explain some things for safety. Make some noise for Robin!
I'll stand on my toes. Hello, Cascadia! All right, today we are here to come together defiantly and non-violently to protest with all our joy and love for our community and to say, no kings!
No kings!
No kings!
No kings!
You can do it louder one more time! No kings! Our community city officials and staff, Bellingham Police. They are all here to protect our First Amendment rights and our right to peaceful assembly. We are so lucky we live here. Yeah, give it up for our city. We have trained hosts and peacekeepers here. They're wearing vests like mine. They can help you out at any time. Folks in the seating area, if you need help getting out, please raise your hand and somebody will come assist you. For our march, we also have traffic flaggers and a bike brigade. They're all volunteers to keep us safe and together today. We know it takes all of us to stand together as things fall apart. We urge you to organize. And the first step is to reach out to friends and neighbors. As is our tradition, if you've been to other No Kings events, we're going to reach out and shake the hands of 5 people right now, and you're going to say to that person, we are in this together, and I am here for you. Go, 5 people. 5 people.
Together, I'm here for you. We are in this together.
All right, you all love this. Those are your people. Help each other out today when you need something. Remind them not to get provoked if we have provocateurs in the audience. If somebody does need help here, remember you can raise your hand. If you need help a lot, you can raise your hand frantically, and one of these people in a vest is going to help you out. If there is some problem, some violence, anything like that, we want you to just move away from that person or that group of people and let some people come in and do some de-escalation and take care of the situation. So just get some distance and we'll be here to help you out. Enjoy the State of Defiance. Yell real loud, No Kings!
No Kings!
All right, give it up for Robin one more time. Thank you, thank you. All right, we gotta get some energy up in here today, okay? When I say, what do we want? I wanna hear democracy. And when do we want it? Now! That's right. What do we want?
Democracy!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Democracy!
When do we want it?
Now!
That's right, Bellingham. In just one moment, we're gonna have someone else come on up here, but I think we got, sorry, thank you. Oh, we're ready to go. We got Christiana coming on up here. Give a hand for Christiana.
Hi everyone, nice to see everybody here and the turnout. This is beautiful. I love seeing all of your faces. My name is Christiana and I am here with Indivisible Bellingham. And this is the group, woo! Give it up for Indivisible Bellingham! Woo! They are one of the groups that has organized this rally and made today possible. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Indivisible. We are a group of activists committed to advancing fairness, inclusion, and intolerance in pursuit of a just society for all. Through non-violent civic engagement, political involvement, and sustained accountability of elected officials, we work to create meaningful and lasting change. And woo! And we're very excited for this year because Indivisible Bellingham is coordinating this No Kings with a new local group called Bellingham Troublemakers. Troublemakers believe in the transformative power of strategic, nonviolent, direct action, and they are building a community of resistance to authoritarianism. Troublemakers are coordinating the march portion of this event. They are a group that we admire greatly, and I'm so thankful for all their contributing. Give it up for Troublemakers. Woo! We would love for you to check out the Bellingham Troublemakers tent and the Indivisible tent. We have actions that you can plug into today. We have so much work we have to do, and we need your help. So now that you've heard about the organizations behind the event, I want to tell you what to expect for the rally today. We're going to begin by intentionally centering the powerful voices of the Lummi Nation and listening to leaders whose perspectives we do not hear often enough, ensuring we give these voices the space and the time they deserve. After the welcoming, you can expect troublemakers to speak about the march, and then the march will depart about 2 p.m. While the march is away, we will have stage performances, tabling, and many activities for those of you who are staying behind. We will even have floating art and creative demonstrations throughout to help turn collective frustration into healing, connection, and collective power. Once the march returns around 3 p.m., we will begin our neighborhood breakouts. I also want to take a moment to explain the goals and the intentions behind this rally. To start, it is important that we acknowledge that authoritarianism did not rise because of one moment, 1 year, or one presidential election. And we will not change it through one protest or through one mass mobilization. Mass mobilizations like No Kings create visibility, and they do show those who are in power that we are organized, non-compliant, and that we are powerful. But to change the systems that have allowed this injustice to stay, we must be engaged beyond today. And this is why we have intentionally organized this No Kings event to supply you with ways to stay engaged after the event. And we do this because we know that when just 3.5% of the population stays engaged in sustained, consistent, and trained participation, change becomes inevitable. So, if you want to show those who are in power that we will not let up, can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. That is the energy that we need. And so now I want to go over how we can use this energy and make the most out of No Kings today. This year, we will have many organizations and groups that are providing you ways to engage today and beyond. Some will have actions you can take, others will have trainings you can plug into after the event, like nonviolent direct action, de-escalation training, and programs that help you mobilize for political change. We encourage you to visit their tables, complete actions, and sign up for future events. We also ask that if you have energy after the march, to come back and participate in a new activity that we're trying. We are going to be conducting neighborhood breakouts where you're going to get the opportunity to gather in small groups, share contact information, and decide together on one concrete action you can take together. So please stay after the march. We're so excited to see you. And now I would love to invite Taylor up to the stage, who is also a core organizer at Indivisible. Thank you.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna start out with a multitude of thank yous. Again, thank you all for giving a fuck enough to show up today. Oh yeah, give yourselves a round of applause, a hand. There's so much power in you showing up today, and there's even more power in you continuing to show up. Thank you again for being here, and we look forward to working with you again. Thank you to the organizers for your tireless work leading up to this event. I hope you sleep soundly tonight. Thank you to the hundreds of volunteers for your time and dedication, both in the lead up and today, that allows this event to be impactful, enjoyable, and safe. Yeah. Thank you to the people sharing their time, their resources, art, and care to create space for collective action against authoritarianism, as well as creativity, inspiration, and connection. Our gracious speaker, our performers, our artists, our tablers, our MCs, sound folks, video folks, and so many others made it possible. So thanks to them. Yeah. And lastly, events like this rely on significant funding, from securing the space and the stage and materials, logistical materials like restrooms, seating, and the materials that carry the message forward. It all costs money. This rally and this march could not have happened on this scale without your generosity. So thank you so much to the folks who donated. And thank you so much in advance to the people who are going to stop by the Indivisible Bellingham and Troublemakers tents to make it happen again. Thank you. Yeah. So today we are honoring our Lummi neighbors who are an inspiring example of resilience through decades of oppression and have a profound multi-generational understanding of the essential need for living in community with joy and with love when faced with hate and fear. So, we're gonna start out with the land acknowledgement, but we're gonna do it a little differently today. I'm gonna say each line twice, and I want you to repeat it the second time with me. So, here we go. We acknowledge that this land is the traditional territory of the Lummi and Nooksack peoples. Their presence is imbued in the mountains. In the valleys, the waterways, and the shorelines. May we learn to nurture our relationship. With our Coast Salish neighbors. And the shared responsibilities to their homelands. Where we all reside today. While land acknowledgement is necessary, you're good. My bad, that was unclear. I mean, you can repeat this part, it's really important. While land acknowledgement is necessary, it is on its own insufficient, since we continue to benefit and privilege from occupying this land. So we are moving beyond just acknowledging it, and we're moving that into action. We encourage folks to check out some of the Lummi programs to donate to over at the Indivisible tents. So check those out, you can donate, you can learn more about them. So Freddie Lane and the Blue Lightning Dancers were initially planning on being here today. However, the former chief of the Eagle Clan and respected elder, Richard Solomon, has passed away, and the members are in mourning. I'd like to share a moment of silence to honor the life of Richard Solomon and to extend our support, thoughts, prayers, and big love to those grieving. So let's take a moment of silence now. I'll keep time. Thank you so much. Now to introduce our speaker, who is a leader, a storyteller, an artist, an activist. Jewel James is an honored Lummi elder who is currently involved in the cultural department of the Lummi Administrative Center. He is the master carver of the House of Tears Carvers, where he works as an interpreter of dreams to create many of the totem poles he shares. He is an example of the interconnectedness of art and activism. Jewel is a well-recognized spokesperson and an acknowledged expert on treaty rights and tribal sovereignty, on the doctrine of discovery, and on the history, content, and relevance of the U.S. Constitution. As an activist, Jewel clearly knows when to draw the line and declare enough is enough. We are so fortunate to have him here today. Listen and learn. Give it up for Jewel James, everyone.
Really happy to be here. I was thinking about the founding fathers 1,000 years ago. Before them, the Iroquois Confederacy had a great tree of peace vision, where the people had the power, where the people and women were the check on power. And they taught that to the founding fathers. In 1987 to 1989, the United States Senate and the U.S. House held hearings as to whether or not the Iroquois Confederacy actually influenced the founding fathers. And they declared it was true based on the evidence. And they thanked Indian country for being role models for America's form of constitutional government. Their first trial in constitutional government gave the power to the states. That was going to lead to a revolution. And they realized they had to pull back together to listen to each other and to address the problem of power out of control. And so they put the power, they said the power came from the people. That's why the preamble of the Constitution says, "We the people of the United States." It is the people that took the power of the king and they split it up. They gave under Article 1 power to the Congress. They gave to make the law. They gave under Article 2 the power of the president to enforce the law. Under Article 3, the power of the king who interpreted the law went to the court. And for new states that will come into existence, they wrote up Article 4. So that each state shall enter on an equal footing and be held accountable to the people of the state. Because that was the Republican form of government. That was the vision they were handing down through the generations. Article 5 was the amendment power. If you do not like the way the government is handling the power you gave them, you can change that power. You can amend the Constitution. You can hold them accountable. That was the vision of Article 5. And in this process, Article 6 comes into existence. Supreme law of the land. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. And every federal official, including the president, on down to all the state officials, are held accountable. They owe an allegiance and an oath to the United States Constitution, to we the people of the United States. We will hold you accountable for your actions. Do not violate the United States Constitution. Throughout the late 1980s, I would go and I'd give presentations on Indians and the Constitution and show how the Native Americans were written into it in regards to our government and our relationship with the United States. There's a reason why you negotiated 700 treaties with the Indian nations. You were asking us to cede land to you so that you may have legal title to the land. That's an important relationship. It's a part of our government-to-government relationship. But over time, we have found that when it came to Indian country, people looked the other way. The Constitution was violated because it only applied to the Indians, the violations, and it increased your wealth because you're taking more land and natural resources from the Indians. So the court looked the other way. The Congress looked the other way. The president looked the other way. When we allow these type of things to happen, it sets the example. And you can see what's going on now with ICE out there, just like Hitler's brown bands, gathering people, acting like they have no rights, disappearing them. We are all accountable for each other. We have to watch over each other. We have to make sure the liberties of the Bill of Rights are protected. Those were written into as the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution to protect your rights to be here today, to assemble, to petition your grievance, to speak out, and to make sure the public is aware of any violations of the United States Constitution. I would like to believe that the founding fathers planted a seed into your mind, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And it rooted into your heart because you stand here on behalf of the future generations. If you allow this destruction of the United States Constitution to continue, then you have basically dug the grave for your own grandchildren. They will get away with taking them right off the streets. They're taking your neighbors. They're oppressing them. They're beating them. They're torturing them. They're disappearing. Who's holding them accountable? Not government. The government has failed the people. And so you are the last part of the constitutional system. You have to stand up and say, Congress, you're wrong. The Supreme Court, you're failing to interpret the Constitution in the line of the vision of the American people. You are the role models for the world. This was the first constitutional government in existence. And it became the role models for the French, and it spread throughout Europe. When President Wilson was the president, he said, if the Iroquois can form a league of peace, why can't we? Why can't we, the nations of the world? And so he called for the League of Nations based on the Iroquois Confederacy. That went on to be the role model for the United Nations. Now there are 168 constitutional-based governments in the world, and they're looking at you. They're watching you. You were the original role models. Now what are we role modeling? We can only hang our head in shame for the kind of the type of president that we have today. It's a shame. It's a national disgrace, and we're afraid to speak out. I thought you were afraid to speak out, but you're here today, and you're going to make a difference. You're starting. We see the people all around the world gathering in unity, saying, no, this has to stop. They're sending you a message. They're letting you know you're not alone. Look at the marching in New York. How many thousands and thousands of people are taken to the streets saying, enough is enough. We want to stop. We want a Supreme Court to let the president know you have violated the United States Constitution. You have violated the supreme law of the land, and we will hold you accountable. It makes me think of President Roosevelt when he said, I want what all Americans want, a United States Supreme Court that shall adhere to the canons of construction of written constitutions and not amendment by judicial say-so. It is up to us to make sure that court hears the voice of America. We stand for the future generations, and we will not let this sacred vision die because we failed to stand guard. We have to believe in that. We have to join together. I really think because of the Native American contributions to the United States Constitution, we have an investment in the sacredness of that document. And we have to unite to protect it for our children and their children and the children thereafter, because it's an important message to the whole world. Thank you.